n/compress module. NetSuite has provided this compress modules in order to compress and decompress files. We can compress and decompress individual files by using this compress.gzip API and decompress by using gunzip. And if you want to archive multiple files, we can make use of compress.createArchiver API. So these are the multiple APIs and the object members for both compress and archivers. How did I arrive to this page? You can just search for SuiteScript modules in your Help Center and you can just click on the first link, SuiteScript 2.x modules, in order to see all the list of modules available in NetSuite. Or even you can search for compress module on the Help Center. So here you can see the list of modules available in SuiteScript 2.x, and I have just opened this n/compress module in order to land up on this page. So let's see how to make use of this gzip and gunzip in order to compress and decompress individual files. So I have created a SuiteScript 2.1 version and I have loaded two modules. One is compress module, another one is file module. And let's go in detail about this code which I have done. Or if you would like to know what is a SuiteScript, how did I create this kind of syntax, you can check out my video, what is SuiteScript. So for this scenario, I have created a text file, two different text files with the similar kind of contents. So in my NetSuite account file cabinet, there is a folder called as compress. And these are the two files, which is test file 2 and test file 1, which I have uploaded in my compress folder. And you can notice the size, which is 18.5 kilobytes, and another file size is 9.37 kilobytes. And coming to the code, I have a very basic try catch block. And within the try catch block, I have trying to load a file, which I just created and uploaded to my NetSuite file cabinet. And I'm trying to load one of the file, which I have uploaded, which is whose internal ID is 4488. And I'm trying to get the name, size, and the contents of that file. And next I'm trying to use API called as compress.gzip, which accepts two parameters. One is file and another one is level. If I just open this compress.gzip API, the first parameter is the file object we have to pass, and the second one is the number we have to pass. So 0 is no compression, 9 is the best compression level. So I'm trying to get the best compression, so I have passed the level as 9. So this compress.gzip file will return a file object. If I just go back to our help center, it clearly says returns file.file, which is a temporary file object. So I'm going to save this file with some name called as gzip test file 1, and I'm going to provide the folder where I'm going to store this, which is 925, which is my compress folder ID. And I'm going to finally save this gzip file. And after saving, I'm going to try to log the saved files details like file name, size, contents, and the file ID. So once I zip this will be saved in a folder called compress folder whose internal ID is 925, and I can see that file with this name. And after that, I will try to decompress by using compress.gunzip, which accepts one parameter called file, where I pass the file object which I have already zipped, which means the file which I try to zip, the same file I'm trying to pass it to this API in order to decompress that file. But if you clearly notice, I'm not using this temporary file object to save this again one more time. So here I'm just trying to decompress and just see the name and size and the contents of that particular file, but I'm not going to save that decompressed file. So here my try catch block ends. So I have uploaded my SuiteScript file, which is test_ss compress module.js. This is the JS file which I have created and I have uploaded in this folder. Also, I have created a script record for the SuiteScript and I have provided a name called as ss compress decompress file. And I have created a deployment record as well for this script. So this is the script deployment record. If you would like to know how did I create the script record and script deployment, you can check out my video, which is what is SuiteScript. I'm going to click on edit. In order to run this SuiteScript on an on demand, go to this drop down button and I'm going to click save and execute, which is going to execute my SuiteScript. I can see it's pending. Now it's processing. Let's wait and see. Now the script has completed. Now let's go back to our file cabinet. So this is my file cabinet. Right now I can just see those two files which I have created in the beginning. So I'm going to refresh this page. Now once I refresh this page, I can see there is a file called as gzip test file 1 and size is 174 bytes. So if you see, I have passed test file 1.txt file as an input in order to compress the file, whose internal ID is 4488 and which matches with this. And once it is compressed, I have changed the name to gzip test file 1 and I'm storing it in the folder called compress. And I can see the file name which I have passed. Let's go back to our script execution log in order to see all the logs which I have done. So I'm going to click on this deployment ID and click on execution log. If I just go to the beginning, so this is the file which we tried to load, and this was the original size 9594 bytes, and these are the contents which I add. It's and this is the zipped file name which I've passed, and this is the zipped file size, and these are the zipped file content which has been encoded, and the file ID is 4692. And after that, the next log which you see is I tried to decompress the same file which I zipped and trying to log those name, size, and the contents. And these are those three logs which got decompressed, and these are the contents of that decompressed file. So you can ask me a question here: is it possible to compress two files by using the gzip? So like I have two files, right? Test file 2 and test file 1. So if I try to use gzip API and if I try to compress these two files, is it possible? Now let's give a try on that. So here I try to load the second file, which is my file 2, whose internal ID is 4489, and I'm trying to pass this file object to my gzip API, which accepts this file objects. So but it does not accept array, but I'm gonna just give a try whether this will accept two files and compress it. So I'm gonna pass this as an array. So now I will upload this file into my NetSuite file cabinet and I will run the script. If let's check the execution log, and I think I have received an error. It says invalid argument type. So which means I can't use this gzip API in order to compress multiple files, which is very clear as per the documentation. So then what if I have to archive or compress two files? So that is where we're going to make use of an API called as createArchiver. So in order to archive multiple files, I have created another SuiteScript by using the same compress module and file module, and the code looks almost similar. I am trying to load two files, both the files which is 4488 and 4489 are the internal IDs, and also I am trying to create a text file dynamically. So here I'm just trying to create a fresh txt file, and I'm trying to provide a sample content for this, which is this is sample content, and I'm going to make use of an API called as createArchiver API, which is going to return me a temporary file object. And in the documentation, if I just open this compress.createArchiver API, which clearly says which can be used to create file archives such as zip or tar files. So I'm going to make use of this createArchiver API, and this archiver file object has some object members. So if I just check on the left hand side, and on the left hand side you can see there is an archiver.add. I'm going to click on this archiver.add API, which gives an option of two parameters, file and directory, where I'm going to pass my file object and I'm going to specify some target directory to this parameter called directory. So I have just passed my text file, which is my text file object, and I have provided the directory called txt, and within that txt folder I want this dynamic text file which I'm trying to create to be placed. And finally, I'm making use of archiver.archive API. On the left hand side I can see another API which is archiver.archive, and this API has two parameters. One is name and the type. So name I have already provided as my archive, and type I have provided as .zip. So I have used this enum values compress.type and I have passed it as zip. So I'm going to create this as a zip file whose name will be my archive, and I'm going to save it in a folder called as compress folder itself finally. So I'll be uploading this file to my NetSuite file cabinet, and I'll be creating a script record and script deployment for this. So I have created a script record for this archive file scenario, and also I have created a deployment for this same. Now I'm going to execute this schedule script manually. So I'm going to click edit and I'm going to click on save and execute. Now script has completed its execution. I'm going to click on this deployment ID and I'm going to click on execution log. I don't see any logs because I don't have any log.debug or log.audit code in my schedule script code. So let's go back to our file cabinet and I'm going to refresh this file cabinet. Now here I can see there is a file called as my archive file, and you can see the type as zip file. I'm going to download this and see the contents of this file. So I have opened my archive.zip file within my system, and here I can see a directory called as txt which got created, and let's see what is there within that txt file. So within the txt file I can see my dynamic file creation .txt file which I try to create dynamically within my code. So also within my archive file I can see those two txt files as well. I hope this compress module will be useful for your requirements or any scenarios which you want to achieve. And if you want any code related to this compress module, you can also find the same code which I have done, but I have just made some little bit tweaks here and there just for this video purpose. You can find this complete code on compress, decompress, everything here.